welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Jacyln, and for today's video I'm going to be creating this nice gold lid with a smoky eye transition to it. To go along with the eyes, I went ahead and did a purpley nudie lip, which I really like how it turns out. And you guys, this video was a challenge for me because this is my first time using glitter, and I used loose glitter at that, so it was getting everywhere. It was getting messy, but I'm glad I stuck with it because I really like how the look turned out, and I hope you guys do too. So if you guys like how this look turned out, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. The subscribe button is right down there, guys. Just click it so you guys will be subscribed to my channel. And without further ado, let's go ahead and move on to the video. Alright, love, so to start off, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Prime in the Illuminate and Blur. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this all over my face like I usually do. And then we're moving on to foundation. And for foundation, I'm going to be using the Covergirl Huffy Elixir foundation in the shade Warm Beige. And you guys, I really love this foundation. It is so nice on the skin, and usually I tend to have very dry skin over the winter, and I really feel like it hydrates my skin. And for concealer, I will be using both the NYX HD Studio Concealer in the shade Medium and also the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Light Medium. And I like to mix both of them up because the Light Medium tends to be a little bit too light for me. So mixing both of them up, I feel, gives me the right amount of concealer that I want under my eyes, and it brightens my eyes up just enough, just the way I like it. And of course, I'm going to blend it out with my beauty blender. And with the excess amount of concealer that I have left on my beauty blender, I'm just going to go ahead and add some on my forehead, the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow as well, and also on my chin. And also on the side of my nose, just to hide my little wrinkle lines I have there. And to set the concealer, I'm going to be using the Maybelline FitMe Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Fair Light. And I also like to apply it on my jawline just to create more of a defined jawline, since I do have more of a rounder base. To contour, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation Stick, which I've had forever, in the shade Toffee Caramel. And I'm going to apply this on the hollow of my cheekbones, also on my forehead, temples, and also on the side of my nose, just to snatch my nose a little bit. I do have kind of a round nose. And to buff it all out, I'm going to be using the Morphe Y12 brush, which I absolutely love using to buff it out and create more of a contour look instead of a bronzy look. And to bronze up my face, I'm going to be using the Rimmel Natural Bronzer in the shade Sun Bronze. And you guys already know I've used this in previous videos, and I absolutely love how it looks. It gives me such a nice natural like tan look, which I really need during the winter time. So moving on to the eyes, I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. And for my base color, I'll be using the Silk Cream, which is a very nice light color that really matches with my skin tone. And for a transition color, I'm going to be using the color Pooter. It's kind of like a brownie color, which I really like using browns for transitions with my skin tone. And for the crease and lid color, I'll be using the shade Hunt, which is more of like a purpley brownie shade, and which is also really pretty. And I'm going to be applying this on the crease and also on the lid. And I am going to be going back and forth just to make sure that all the colors are blended in really nicely. You do not want to have any harsh lines because it does not look good. So for the outer corner and also the crease, I used both Soda Pop and Abyss just to make it more of a glittery, smoky eye. And I felt like it went really well with more of like a Christmas fall theme. I also felt like this gave it more of a pop and gave my eyes more definition, which I really loved. And I just went back in with my blending brush just to make sure there weren't any harsh lines and just blend, blend, blend until it looked nice and smooth. So like I said earlier, I am going to cut the crease, and I used the Shape Tape Concealer in light medium, which I used earlier to conceal my under eyes. And I added concealer, and I decided to cut the crease because I wanted the glitter to pop even more, and I felt like also cutting the crease helps the glitter stick a little bit better than if I was just using a damp brush. And before I go in with the glitter, I did go in with the shade Queen from her Morphe palette. And then after that, I went ahead and applied the glitter on top. And I feel like that gave it more of a pop. And I feel like it made the glitter show up even more. Now for the glitter, this was like pretty tough for me to do because this was my first time doing it. And you guys, glitter got everywhere. It was a mess, but I wasn't going to give up. So here I am doing a tutorial for you all. And I did damp the brush a lot just so it'll be easier to apply, but I feel like if I probably would have used a glitter adhesive, it probably would have worked even better. And moving on to my lower lash, I used the same colors I used for my top lid. I started off with the transition color Pooter and then moved on to the crease and lid color, which was Hunt's. And for my eyeliner, I used the Urban Decay Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Perversion, which is a black eyeliner. And I got this in my Ipsy bag, and you guys, it works so great. Definitely worth it. You guys, like, look at the faces I make when I apply makeup. Like, I know I'm not the only one that does this. Like, you really need, it's like you really need to make these faces to make sure your makeup comes on perfect. So I almost forgot, I had to go back in for my brow bone, and for my brow bone I did use the shade Beam just to highlight the brow bone a little bit, and I feel like this really made the eyes pop even more. And for mascara, I'm going to be using the Telescopic mascara from Loreal in Carbon Black. This is by far my favorite mascara to use on both my lower and bottom lashes. I feel like it just grabs all the little hairs, all the little eyelashes, and it just works great. So for the cheeks, I'm going to be using my favorite cheek color, which is from the Stila Perfect Me Perfect Hue Eye Cheek Palette in the shade Mysterious. I just feel like it goes so well with my skin complexion, so I always love using this blush. And I just applied on my cheeks, on my nose, and also a little bit on my temples just to give me a little bit more color. And for highlight, I'm going to be using the Tartiest Tarte Glow palette in the shade Lit, because this highlight is really lit. Like, guys, like, look how good this highlight works. It's one of my favorites. And of course, I apply it on the high end of my cheekbones, also right above my eyebrows, and also on my cupid's bow and on my chin. I also do apply it on the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose as well, just to give me a more of a glow, because you can never have enough highlight. And so for lip, guys, I'm going to be using the NYX Lip Pencil in the shade Natural. And this is by far one of my favorite new lip pencils that I've used so far from NYX. I love outlining my lips with it. And I also tend to shade in my lips with the lip pencil. I just love doing that first before I apply any lipstick or liquid lipstick or whatever I apply on my lips. So for my liquid lipstick, I'm going to be using the Vivid Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Gray Envy. I do kind of like these liquid lipsticks, but I find that they tend to take forever to dry, and they don't really completely dry, so they don't leave your lips like overly dry. You know, sometimes a lot of liquid lipsticks leave your lips so dry and they start feeling cracky. This one doesn't do that, but then again, it doesn't dry as much as I would want it to dry, so I would say it's okay. And then I'm also going to be applying the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink in the shade Loyalist, in the color Loyalist. And you guys, that is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. This was my first glittery eye tutorial and it was a struggle, but I pulled through. And if you guys liked it, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye, loves.